Hey, you're watching Half Asian Tarot Queen. Here to do another reading. Okay, so when I did the split, we got the High Priestess and we got Death. Interesting. So it looks like there's a transformation happening for this intuitive person. She's a wounded warrior that's maybe been sort of blocked. Some sort of internal conflict or some sort of dissonance. But whatever that situation is, it's coming to an end. Looks like she's going to have to stand her ground with respect to some lies. The lie thing has been coming through a lot. But as far as this transformation goes, we're moving on from a bad situation to a better situation. There's a new opportunity of love, peace, harmony coming through for this person. So, yeah, it looks like this super intuitive person is it's kind of been run through the ringer by some sort of deceptive situation. And that situation was maybe causing a blockage and is coming to an end. She's going to have to defend herself because it may be a dramatic ending. We've been going through this tunnel of dramatics. There was a reading a couple days ago called The Beginning of the End, and talking about how there's a change happening, but it's going to be like a process. So it's not like you just snap your fingers and it like fixes, but like it started. And so we're like going through this sort of transformational process right now, where we're like moving on from a bad situation to a better situation at the other end of the tunnel. So I think, this is the third reading since that tunnel appeared, so we're kind of in it. But when I did this split, we got completion. So this is the end of an era, and we have wind, which is change. So clearly we've reached the end of something. There's a transformation happening. This speaks to an internal and an external change, and having the courage to face the wind. Like when things change on the outside, it's like you also need to adapt yourself to that change, and it speaks to all of that process. And underneath that, we have the crow, which is the truth. So again, there's a lot going on with like lies being exposed and this truth, and it being sort of the impetus for this huge transformative event, because maybe there was a foundation that was built upon a situation that was out of whack, and that is coming into balance now. Okay, so going to the Light Seers, and we're going to pick some. Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, this is gonna this is just gonna take a little. Okay, so at the bottom we have the Page of Swords. So this can be like a message of truth or clarity coming in. It's interesting because she's kind of like walking this tightrope. She's got this book in her hand and these light bulbs. So it's just sort of like, it's really interesting because it's almost like there's this awareness that's like this enlightenment that's happening, but she's like walking on this tightrope. So it's like the truth is out there, but like the foundation is pretty shaky in this moment. We have the Six of Cups, we have the King of Cups, we have the Sun, and we have the Five of Pentacles. So what I'm kind of getting from this is there's this truth coming out, and perhaps this truth is reflecting a foundation in some sort of long-standing relationship. It's going to require someone to act from their heart, and also to be sort of benevolent, because there's this lie that's coming to the surface, and it's gonna be like a really big shakeup. So it's like, from what I get from this, like the person who's sort of in the right, I think, needs to act with sort of compassion. But this new stability that's coming online is really actually good. It's the happiest card in the deck. It's like happiness, fulfillment, abundance, family, everything. However, the person, I think, who was like maybe not necessarily on a solid foundation, you know, is going to have to grieve the loss of whatever illusion they have like built their foundation upon. So again, like, this is going to be a process. It looks like one person is going to have to be compassionate for this person. So I'm gonna, yeah, it's interesting because when I did this split, we got the 5 of Pentacles and we got the 10 of Pentacles. So it's like, this goes back to this reading that I did where there was a tower moment that was going to reveal who was on a solid foundation and who was not, and that this was going to release a lot of emotions. But this kind of speaks to this too. Like, there's one person who's kind of built their foundation on solid ground, and there's one person who is kind of, it's like they're being enlightened, but the foundation that they built upon was not solid. So there's gonna have to be an adaptation that might not be super easy. Okay, going to the Queen of the Moon Oracle. Pick some final cards. Okay. All right. So we have self-love. This is a message that's been coming through a lot.
Yeah.
It's a foundation for healing, trust. Things are going to work out, and balance. Things are being brought into balance. It's going to be a process. It looks like it's not going to be entirely pleasant for this person, but remember to have compassion, because ultimately this is going to lead to a stronger foundation to build upon. So, making our way through the tunnel. Check back soon with more messages.